What happens when a rising underdog takes on a top 60 powerhouse? On a surface they both have mixed feelings about. We're diving into the round of 32 at the 2025 Livesport Prague Open, where Japan's Mai Hontama, ranked number 193, faces off against American talent Alycia Parks, ranked number 58. On paper, this looks like a mismatch, but look closer and you'll find a lot more going on than the rankings suggest. If you're looking to understand the odds, the stats, and the smart angles going into this match, you're in the right place. Let's break it all down. Today's focus, the Livesport Prague Open, round of 32, Hontama versus Parks. Two players with contrasting playing styles, career arcs, and recent form. According to BetMGM Sportsbook, Hontama is the slight favorite at -145, while Parks sits at +110 underdog status. That gives Hontama an implied win probability of about 59.2%. But as always in tennis, especially on hard courts, nothing is guaranteed. Let's start with Mai Hontama. Currently ranked 193rd, she's coming into this match with a 10-13 record on hard courts over the past year. That's not headline making, but it shows consistency at the ITF and qualifying levels. On hard courts, she's won 56.5% of her service games and 37.6% of return games. Not dominant, but well-balanced. And here's a number that stands out. She's converted 47.1% of her break points on hard courts. That ranks her 82nd overall and shows she's a threat when it counts. Her last appearance was at Wimbledon, where she lost in straight sets during the first qualifying round. Not ideal, but she's had time to reset and focus on Prague. Her game is all about placement, agility, and building pressure from the baseline, not raw power. Now let's talk about Alycia Parks. Ranked 58th, Parks has had a very active year, playing 17 tournaments on hard courts alone. She's 17-18 in those matches, so she's played a lot, but hasn't consistently dominated. Here's where she stands out. 65.1% of service games won. That's elite-level serving and shows how effective she can be when she's in rhythm. However, her return game is weaker, winning just 33.7% of return games over the past 12 months. In terms of breakpoint conversion, she sits at 39.6%, which puts her 46th overall. So she's solid, but not explosive on return opportunities. Her most recent tournament was Wimbledon, where she lost in the first round to Belinda Bencic, 0-6, 3-6. A tough draw, but it also shows some vulnerability. Parks brings power, a big serve, and aggressive baseline play. But when it doesn't land, her consistency suffers. This match is being played on hard courts, and that's a key detail. Hontama's game thrives on slower surfaces, where her court coverage and counterpunching work best. On hard courts, she's solid, but not explosive. Parks, meanwhile, relies heavily on her serve and strike strategy. That can be lethal on fast surfaces, but it also means she's more dependent on rhythm. When she's off, she struggles to recover. The court in Prague tends to play medium speed, not as quick as Melbourne, not as slow as Indian Wells. That neutral pace could actually favor Hontama, who wants to extend rallies and capitalize on unforced errors. So how do these styles stack up? Hontama's strength lies in her patience and movement. She will grind out points, wait for Parks to overhit, and pounce on weak second serves. Parks, on the other hand, needs short rallies, big first serves, and confidence. If she gets broken early or double faults under pressure, things can unravel. The key stats to watch: first serve percentage for Parks, breakpoint conversion for Hontama, and unforced errors under pressure. Momentum swings will matter. Hontama doesn't blow people off the court, but she hangs around. And sometimes that's enough. Let's talk prediction. With Hontama as the favorite and Parks offering plus money, there's value on both sides, depending on your read of their form. If you believe in consistency, Hontama -145 makes sense. She's not flashy, but she's stable. If you believe in upside and raw talent, Parks at plus 110 offers strong underdog value, especially if her serve is firing. Personally, based on recent form, playing conditions, and pressure performance, I lean slightly toward Hontama in 3 sets. She'll weather the early power and take advantage when rallies stretch long. Best bets: Hontama to win over 21.5 games. Expect a close one. Possibly a 3-set match prop if available. Of course, always bet responsibly. If you enjoy analyzing matchups like this, I recommend the book The Undoing Project by Michael Lewis. It dives deep into how we make decisions, how we weigh risk and probability, and why smart people sometimes make bad bets. It's not about tennis, but it's very much about performance, bias, and human behavior under pressure. Perfect reading for anyone interested in why we predict what we do and how to get better at it. This matchup may not be a Grand Slam final, but it's a classic case of style versus power, consistency versus explosiveness. It's also a reminder that in tennis, rankings don't tell the full story. Surfaces matter. Form matters. Pressure matters. So what do you think? Who's got the edge? Hontama or Parks? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you love deep dive match previews like this. Thanks for watching and enjoy the match.